You're watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight. Let's stay on the gridiron for this segment.
Yeah, we're joined now by former Wildcats Kash Daniel and Jarmon of the UK Sports Network, presented by Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company. All right, guys, welcome in, and let's get right to it, shall we? Kentucky wraps up its regular season tomorrow with the Senior Day game against the second worst team in the SEC. Listen in. Here's what South Carolina interim coach Mike Bobo had to say ahead of the matchup.
It's a mindset game for us defensively. We're going to have to be able to stop the run. We're going to have to be able to line up to the different things they do on offense. They do a lot of shifts, a lot of unbalanced formations where we got to make the right checks and get in the right gaps. Defensively, they base out of a 3-4 defense. They've got aggressive guys outside that can run. Up front, they're huge. Says 357 pounds for 95. He looks about 370, but they got big guys in there that can anchor the point and two gap. And they've got guys that can fly around defensively.
Kash, your thoughts on Bobo's comments there?
He sounded definitely like an interim head coach with the way he's giving out that scouting report there. He need to brush up on his media game, but hey, we've all been there before. But anyway, yeah, I mean, when he's talking about, the UK's defense, especially up front, and talking about Big Q up there, he's not a small human by any means. So he's definitely, their offensive line definitely have a challenge ahead of them.
That's the same thing I thought. That's awesome, Kash. All right. This week we've talked quite a bit about whether Kentucky would or should accept a bowl bid if they're offered one. Mark Stoops says he would like to play, but acknowledges how hard this year has been on everyone, and we'll discuss it with the players. Jeremy, I'm going to ask you first. Your thoughts. Should Kentucky play in a bowl game if they get a bid?
I think we should shut it down. I think that's what they should do. You're looking at two potential bowl games that are going to fall at the end of the year, 30th and 31st. This team's been through a lot. Unfortunately, they're going to go through a little bit more in terms of probably some changes in the offseason in regards to coaching personnel and potentially even some of the players. So I would just say shut it down. Send these players home. Let them spend some time with their families. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy Christmas. This is a pandemic year. They've done a lot. They've done enough in terms of being as compliant as possible. I think it's time to shut it down. I don't think there's anything to gain with this ball game.
Kash, your thoughts on that, because I know that they would get like an additional 20 practices with some of the younger guys, and that can typically be a big help for the next season.
Well, to be quite honest with you, Mary Jo, I don't think it's really my place to say where they should or shouldn't play. But what I will say is that if they do decide to play in a bowl game, then it has to be everybody all in on it. You can't have 75% wanting to play, and then the other 25% are guys that are forced to play that didn't want to play in general, or if they give them the option to not play at all. But I think that it's a situation to where if you do go into this game, it has to be, hey, we're out here for a reason. We're out here to practice these last 20 practices. And obviously, like you said, it gives the young guys a lot of reps leading into spring ball next year. So it's very complex, and I understand where Jeremy's coming from. I understand that this year has been nothing but troublesome, for those guys of what they're having to deal with. So we'll see.
Some big questions linger over the football program, regardless of what happens tomorrow against South Carolina. For the next few months, Mark Stoops says he'll be getting back out on the recruiting trail. Kash, can you weigh in first? Just what would it be like to be recruited now and not be able to go on campus and have to watch a virtual trip? I
don't know. To be quite honest with you, I feel like it's something you have to experience, to actually give advice out on. But, I was actually watching some stuff on the internet the other day about, the All-American Bowl that's coming up, and I actually reached out to UK commit, little Mr. Burton, and was congratulating him. And I didn't know that they had already canceled the All-American game. So, he had to do a virtual jersey thing. I got to get mine in my high school, it's something I'll never forget. So there's a lot of virtual stuff going on right now that, takes a lot of things away from kids experience-wise.
Hey, I want to thank both of you guys for joining us throughout this football season. Your insight has been tremendous. We have so appreciated you guys. So thanks, both of you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, guys. Gonna miss you.
We'll see you soon. Stick around. You're watching BBN Tonight.